Adolf Hitler, one of history's most infamous leaders, was the dictator of Nazi Germany from 1933 to 1945. His leadership led to World War II and the Holocaust, resulting in the deaths of millions. His rise from a failed artist to a totalitarian ruler showcases a complex interplay of personal ambition, propaganda, and geopolitical upheavals. This detailed biography explores his life, ideology, actions, and the devastating consequences of his rule. 1. Early life, 1889 to 1913. Birth and family background. Adolf Hitler was born on April 20, 1889, in Braunau am Inn, Austria-Hungary. His father, Alois Hitler, was a customs official, and his mother, Clara Hitler, was a devoted homemaker. Alois was strict and often clashed with young Adolf, while Clara was affectionate and protective. Education and early ambitions. Hitler was an average student and showed little interest in academic pursuits, except for history and art. He dropped out of school at 16 and moved to Vienna to pursue his dream of becoming a painter. However, his applications to the Academy of Fine Arts Vienna were rejected twice, 1907, 1908, crushing his artistic ambitions. Struggles in Vienna. From 1909 to 1913, Hitler lived in poverty in Vienna, working odd jobs and selling paintings. During this period, he developed strong anti-Semitic, nationalist, and anti-Marxist views, influenced by right-wing literature and political figures like Karl Lueger, the anti-Semitic mayor of Vienna. 2. World War I and political awakening, 1914 to 1920, service in the German army. In 1913, Hitler moved to Munich, Germany, to avoid Austrian military service. When World War I broke out in 1914, he volunteered for the Bavarian army, serving as a messenger on the Western Front. He fought in major battles, was wounded in 1916, and later gassed in 1918, which left him temporarily blind. He received the Iron Cross for bravery but never rose above the rank of corporal. Germany's defeat and Hitler's reaction. Germany's surrender in November 1918 devastated Hitler. He viewed the Treaty of Versailles as a betrayal, blaming Jews and Marxists for Germany's humiliation. This belief in the "stab in the back" myth fueled his later propaganda. Entry into politics. After the war, Hitler worked as a spy for the German army, monitoring political groups. In 1919, he joined the German Workers' Party, DAP, attracted by its nationalist and anti-Semitic ideas. His powerful speeches gained attention, and in 1920, the party was renamed the National Socialist German Workers' Party, NSDAP or Nazi Party. 3. Rise to power, 1921 to 1933, Beer Hall Putsch, 1923, inspired by Benito Mussolini's March on Rome, Hitler attempted to overthrow the Weimar government in the Beer Hall Putsch, November 1923, in Munich. The coup failed, and Hitler was arrested and sentenced to 5 years in prison, though he served only 9 months. Mein Kampf and Nazi ideology. During his imprisonment, Hitler wrote Mein Kampf, My Struggle, outlining his extreme nationalist, anti-Semitic, and anti-communist ideology. He called for the Lebensraum, living space, policy, advocating German expansion into Eastern Europe. Rebuilding the Nazi Party. Upon his release in 1924, Hitler reorganized the Nazi Party, focusing on legal means to gain power. He built a powerful propaganda machine, using the Great Depression, 1929, to gain support. Millions of unemployed Germans turned to Hitler, who promised economic recovery and national revival. Chancellor appointment, 1933. By 1932, the Nazis became the largest party in the Reichstag. Under pressure, President Paul von Hindenburg appointed Hitler as Chancellor of Germany on January 30, 1933. The Nazi regime and World War II, 1933 to 1945, the establishment of a dictatorship after the Reichstag fire, February 1933, Hitler used emergency powers to suppress opposition. In March 1933, the Enabling Act granted him dictatorial powers, dismantling democracy. He banned rival parties, established a police state, and used the Gestapo and SS to eliminate opponents. Anti-Semitic policies and the Holocaust. Hitler's anti-Semitic agenda intensified. Nuremberg Laws, 1935, stripped Jews of citizenship. Kristallnacht, 1938, saw Jewish businesses and synagogues destroyed. The Holocaust, 1941–1945, led to the systematic extermination of 6 million Jews in death camps like Auschwitz. Aggressive foreign policy and World War II. Hitler violated the Treaty of Versailles by remilitarizing the Rhineland, 1936, annexing Austria, Anschluss, 1938, and demanding Sudetenland from Czechoslovakia. On September 1, 1939, Germany invaded Poland, triggering World War II. Hitler's blitzkrieg tactics led to quick victories in France, Norway, and the Low Countries. However, his invasion of the Soviet Union in 1941, Operation Barbarossa, and declaring war on the U, proved disastrous. Turning points and defeat. Battle of Stalingrad, 1943. The Soviet victory marked Hitler's downfall. D-Day, June 6, 1944. Allied forces invaded France, pushing Germany back. Battle of Berlin, April 1945. Soviet troops encircled Berlin. Death in the Führerbunker on April 30, 1945, with Germany collapsing. Hitler committed suicide in his Berlin bunker alongside Eva Braun. L5. Legacy and consequences. The Holocaust and war crimes. Hitler's policies resulted in the deaths of over 70 million people, including 6 million Jews and millions of Slavs, Romani, and political prisoners. The Nuremberg trials, 1945–46, convicted top Nazis for war crimes. Impact on Germany and the world. Post-war Germany was divided into East and West. The Cold War emerged as a result of the power vacuum Hitler's war created. His ideology remains a warning about the dangers of authoritarianism and extremism. Conclusion. Adolf Hitler's rise and fall remains one of history's most studied subjects. His ability to manipulate, his extreme ideologies, and his actions led to immense suffering. Understanding Hitler's life is essential to ensuring such history never repeats itself.